One complaint I had is you got it, just because I was online myself today. Yeah, it was sitting back here, it's hard to hear now.
Well, I was thinking,
Someone complained about that meeting, I said, I think they're actually really right.
I asked Haley if we could get an extension to pull it so it's a little closer that way.
Oh, that's like,
It's
we got a couple of people, so I'm gonna invite them. Met,
Yeah.
Rita, met, Tom Seifert, met. And so we got 4.
my filter.
I don't think I have to, no, I do have to log on if I come from this share.
No, no, do you? Oh, yeah, for computer.
If I'm
Yes.
sure.
Good point. That's a great point.
Let's see if I can figure it out.
I should use it with us on maybe in a second. I'm already going on. I have to say, if you want to press something and it wouldn't work, it's still make a video. It's all even press.
Hi, Dave.
Oh, there's Dave.
Welcome back, buddy. I think we got to turn power on. We go. Meetings.
Is my speaker working?
Yes.
Oh, here. I'm gonna. Listening ability.
Recording in progress.
Then what this camera says, I lose more hair. Very noticeable.
Getting as gray as mad.
I'll have to put in like attention.
No,
I know. Well, AI is gonna fix all the hair loss.
Right.
all the hair loss.
Right. So. You have enough people? Six. That makes it more than 7. I think that's enough, yeah. 7 should be.
Oh, God, yeah, it's only. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, it's more than that.
So, okay, call the order. 5:32 p.m. Oh, yeah, that's Leonard Walker, Shutesbury Management Director, and we'll have our emergency management meeting. So first things first, review and approve of prior minutes to the meeting. I sent those out in emails. Are there any questions on that by anybody? No.
No,
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
yes, I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes
Good.
or April 20th.
Second. All in favor? Lenny, aye.
Star, right?
Big piece of meal I.
Carol, I.
Simon.
Yeah, can you talk, Garrett? Not my end. It's not me.
No, now you're on mute. Go ahead, Garrett, try it.
Yeah. Did I not come through before? Yeah, I voted yes.
Oh,
Is
Yep.
that everybody?
everyone that's here.
All right, so that was easy. All right. Don't really have any old business other than discussing the next for number 5, basically. So, yeah, I was gonna go over, we had a tabletop brush fire exercise done by MEMA at the fire station on Monday, July 28th. And I just letting everybody know that I was in the hot seat for a little while. You know, obviously it's my town and the MEMA guy is basically burning Shutesbury down with his maps
Yeah,
that don't quite follow the fire patterns, but that's fine. It is good to go over that type of stuff. Most of our calls are all small, all local, so we don't think about drones and stuff like that. It is also really good to bring up because Amherst has a drone, Belchertown has a drone. If the fire's up the woods far, it's easier to find it in the drone than somebody else walking out the woods and listening. So it's it's really good to think about. The whole mutual aid system, it's good. It's pretty robust. We do use it a fair amount. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Melissa, you were there. Deb?
Yeah, I was there, yeah. And I thought from a select board perspective or kind of on the outside view, because I had never been to one of those. I think it was good for me to see all of you interact in that official capacity, even though it was a tabletop and not an actual fire with all of that goes along. It was to see how you guys communicate in a room like that. How you bounce off each other, and if there's a challenge, how you guys might do it in the field. And so that was very impressive.
Yeah.
So I appreciated being there.
Yeah. Yeah, Nathan Moreau's great. I think I have a few other scenarios I'd like for him to do in the future. And basically we just have to wait for his, schedule with him and hopefully we can do more things in the future with him. So okay, then number 5, I've discussed the Firewise class that was presented by the DCR on June 21st. And the home assessments that DCR did on September 6th. So on June 21st, the DCR, Alex Benoit, I think his name was. He did a Firewise class to pretty much educate the town of Shutesbury residents on how to make your house less fire prone, more fire resistant for wildland fires. They had a lot of depth on certain things, but you can kind of boil it all down to the cleaner you keep your yard with less vegetation around it and less tall grass around your house. The safer your house is for wildland fire. So also on September 6th, the DCR hand crew from District 9, they went around and did home assessments to I wish I remembered how many homes they did. I had a fire call halfway through, so I had to leave. I'm guessing at least 10 to 15 houses that were assessed. And it's pretty good having them walk through and talk about like, hey, you got stuff in your gutters. If an ember falls in your gutters, now your gutters are on fire. And some people think about that really quickly, some people don't. So it's good to go over that. It's kind of, would be nice if everybody in town had that, but hey, it's voluntary, so. In practice, have every household have that done,
Yeah.
so.
Did you identify any commonalities that I know you left out with you, but were there any commonalities in the ones that you saw that?
Basically like tall grass and bushes up against your house is basically, that's not like the biggest culprit. You can have big trees, because typically a fire is gonna start on the ground and work up. If your trees have no branches on them for the first 5 or 6 feet, they're less susceptible to catch on fire. So think of if you had small brush and small hemlocks and stuff like that, that can pop off real quickly if it's just a whole ember pops on. Versus if you have just a tall oak tree next to your house with no branches for the first 20 feet, it's pretty close to, fire resistant as you can get. So another thing is like either leaves or garbage below a deck. That's also a pretty easy starting point. So the more homes that are resistant to a wildland fire, the easier it's going to be for fire crews to manage the situation. Because if we're dealing with a fire, quarter-mile away, and then we have to worry about 3 houses burning down quarter-mile in the other direction, that makes things a lot more complicated. So more houses that are cleaner, the easier it is going to be for us to deal with the situation.
We think about obviously we're heading right now into the winter and eventually snow on the ground, but in the spring, summer, maybe we need the information about, hey, we got wildfire season. You can hear these
Yeah.
things to think about to protect your own health, and
Yeah.
so your gutters or.
Yeah, we can do that. I believe the Firewise presentation is on the fire department website. And we can change it a little bit, make it a little more noticeable. So,
That was just a thought.
yeah, I think that'll be good. So, yeah, that's all I have to do, discuss on the Firewise class.
It may be beneficial to have that again at some point, or have a.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if they can come out and do it again, so. All right, updated comprehensive emergency management plan, or the SEF plan. I emailed it to everybody several weeks ago. I went through it when I presented it several meetings ago, and Leslie had a lot of grammar issues that we went through. There is pretty much one thing I would like to add on afterwards. There's a group home on one of the roads I would like to add in after, but other than that, I think it's complete. Like just to get it accepted. Done with it.
Does anybody have any comments on it?
I looked at it today, it looked pretty good to me.
Yep. Rita, did you like it?
Yes, yeah, it was
All
fine.
right, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a select board, so I just want to make sure you guys are happy with it.
Yes,
Do I make a motion to accept this?
You let one of us do that.
All right.
So I'll make a motion that we accept the SEMP plan.
Yep.
As.
I will second that.
Okay,
All those in favor?
all those in favor?
Farrell,
Okay.
I.
Thank you, Sonia. Aye.
Leonard Zerwanka, aye. I'm good. Pelletier, aye.
Simonson, I.
Yep.
Dave?
Dave?
Anyway.
Perfect.
Yep, all right, well, that's done. Like Leslie said, we just want to get this done and over with, so we don't keep changing them, so. All right, I wanted to bring up the warming station at the town hall. It's been vague for me over exactly when I can do it, when I can't, and sometimes when when it's possibly to be done. Other people at the town hall aren't at the town hall for me to get approval for. So. If the power's out and me being emergency management director and a few people call, hey, I need to charge my phones. I would like to be able to open the downstairs up just by my own decision. And that way it's just easy, because sometimes I'll text people and then I'll get a text back and whatever else, then I'm in a gray area. Can I do it? Can I not? Prior town administrator didn't really give me an easy answer on when I can do it, when I can't, even if there was a huge snowstorm. And I just want to basically just get permission. If I can, I'll put it out. I can do it emailing. I could also do a code red or general information if we're gonna be without power for a while. But I would like to be able to open the basement of the town hall as a warming station just for my own, whenever I see fit, without any prior, approval.
As emergency management director, you can do that.
Yeah. I just felt that I had some issues that I wasn't quite too sure on.
So. Rita and Eric, I don't know if this comes to your mind, it comes to mind, or anyone here, actually, is, should there be someone here? Right?
Yes.
So in
So,
an emergency, you're gonna be busy.
yeah, so it depends.
So it can fall to another person on this
Yeah.
team.
So I do have members on the fire department, but I could have a paid member off the fire department to just open up the building and just stay present till, say, 8 to 4 for Sunday morning, I can always find somebody to be able to do that.
You can always bounce off of one bus.
And I can go, yeah,
When it snows on the way through. So,
Yeah.
we could even, because if you guys are in the middle of doing you know, you guys have accidents or trees, you may need them for that.
Yeah.
And so using someone who's. not-
Melissa?
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time hearing what you're saying. too.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just when you're talking to,
Yeah, no, that's right.
Lenny.
What I was saying was that, when there's an emergency, Eleni and the firefighters may be focused on whatever that is. And, rather than pulling from the fire department, pulling someone from the emergency management team to be here with the warming station, maybe a better, or an alternative option, not better, alternative.
I
option.
mean, I think I can figure out somebody to man the down hall, downstairs at the town hall. I'll figure out, so it won't be a vacant open building.
Yeah, I know, and
I'll make sure that.
Right.
I figured you would do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was just giving you in case you need the trained assets elsewhere,
Yeah,
You know.
totally.
so.
So, yeah, I just want to go over with the select board to make sure that's okay, that I can have the town hall, based on the town hall open as I see fit.
That is your purview as a emergency management director.
All right,
Just let us know, right?
Yeah.
Like you'll text us.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And to Melissa's point, I think you should rely on us too. You know, the other Board of Health members would probably be willing to come and sit in town hall, and you know, I certainly am happy to do that.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I guess the last route initially have to work, so I'm easily be one that says.
Yeah,
So we have your back.
yeah.
so, just when that happens, Lenny, then you would be notifying like the police department and the select board, and then doing some sort of a
Oh, great.
announcement that
Yes, so I can do the townwide email. As well as I can do the code red general announcement.
right. But if the power's out, then people are not, are they getting here?
Well, hopefully a few people will get it and can tell their neighbors, you know, I
Right.
mean, I don't really know how to quite get everybody when the power's out and the internet's down.
Well, so email's not the best bet because that's limited to whoever has a cell phone that connected and a cell.
Yep.
Code red is just the cell signal. Probably hit more people that way.
It would hit more people on code red, and I don't want to. I would probably rather put it out as the general instead of the emergency, because it's more just information for people. I don't want to, overuse the emergency portion of the code red messaging.
Yeah, the complaint we've had before is that people didn't know. Yeah, that's what the complaint has been, so the idea of saying. You're gonna be here when there's a storm, that's a great idea, yeah.
And that may be one of those things we prep for, so like, if we know a big storm's coming, we have the fortunate or unfortunate benefit of leaving our lights on. So maybe that's an email that goes out a day before, if the lights show
Yeah.
up, we'll open the warming station or stay tuned for an announcement for the warming station,
Yeah,
something like that.
perhaps we could get a sign too for the front. If,
Oh, we have that sandwich.
Yeah.
Whatever.
when it's open, and that way anybody would be easily recognizable that it's, yeah, it's online, you know. Yeah. But also too, people tend to ask, it's department, if we're out dealing with something or controlling it, we'll probably be asked, so it's good that, Yeah, yeah, I definitely tell everybody on the emergency management team as well as the select board, and that's what I plan on doing. It's just nice to know that I can do it without having prior approval, because if I don't get back, somebody doesn't get back to me, then I'm in a gray area, so.
Right, that makes sense.
So. About it for the warming station. Anybody have anything else?
No,
All right. House numbers.
let's hope we don't need it.
Okay, like, yeah, exactly. Wishful thinking. So it's
Wishful
been brought,
thinking.
yeah. So it's brought up in the past of some of the houses in town aren't properly numbered. It's kind of difficult to enforce it other than voluntarily. So I'd like just to send this flyer out. I did email it to the whole team. And it's basically an updated flyer from our prior flyers and order forms from years ago. So I figured I could put a bunch out at the town, at the town hall and the mail and post office. And I can email that out and then hopefully we can get a few people to put them at the end, get some signs at the end of their driveway. It is difficult sometimes to find a house when it doesn't have a number on it, or the number isn't easily seen, so if you know wonder why the fire truck is going in reverse down the road, I mean, it's basically, we didn't see her scene. We didn't see her number, so simple as that.
How many, do you remember how many, and I don't remember this number, did we determine how many didn't have signs?
We did, I don't know the number off the top of my head, but we have a list of the houses that don't have them. I think it's in the hundreds, but not over 200 if I
Okay.
remember correctly, but
So per code, your house is supposed to be numbered, but it doesn't have to be at the end of the driveway. To me, it's good to have both. It's really, how many houses can you see from the road and then can you see actually the numbers on the house? Quite a bit. I'm supposed to
Maybe slippers.
I'm supposed to wear glasses too, so it's so anyway, so that's what the firefighters, Shutesbury Firefighters Association plan to send out there, so.
Lenny, I would observe that recently our insurance company came out to do a walkthrough of our property, and they took photos of the street sign to document that the house is numbered. And so there may be some pressure placed on people to get house numbers because of insurance reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, totally. Another thing is when your driveway is properly numbered like this and your neighbor's isn't, it actually helps us find your neighbor's house too. So it's not only it's helping us find your house, but it's also making it a little easier to find your neighbors. So. Yeah, I don't have anything else on the house numbers. Does anybody have anything else to add?
Yeah, I think it's good.
maybe we should put more flyers out at town meeting too. So I'm thinking of one that most people.
Or an announcement at town meeting.
Or an announcement at town.
Yeah, it's on speaking public.
Like, no necessarily.
It's a good start.
Yeah, start with easy stuff, baby steps,
Baby
yeah.
steps.
So, next thing here is, we got the beaver dam issues at the culvert on Lakeview Road. So, I'm just wondering, when is this dam gonna be removed? Like an actual day? That's kind of basically what I'm wondering.
That's a great question.
I
We
can,
haven't discussed it at our, Dave is a little more cued in.
yeah,
ahead.
I was in touch with, I forget his name down at the camp. And the beaver traps are in. We're just waiting to see how many beavers he can trap and get out of there. And he was gonna let us know when that happens, and then Leverett's ready to help us breach the dam if the Conservation Commission would okay it. So that's where we're at. We're just waiting for the beavers. You can't take the dam down until the beavers are caught. They won't be able to trap them.
Why do we have to wait for the beaver dam to be taken down?
The beavers.
The beavers to be taken away for the beaver dam?
In order to trap a beaver, you have to breach the dam in a certain spot, and then they put their trap there. And so there are traps on the dam itself right now. So we can't remove the dam until the beavers are removed. And that's just how it works.
Okay.
And they'll rebuild it too.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, I mean, it took them, this seems like this dam's been up pretty much for quite a while.
Yep.
And it's getting up to about 3 feet in height probably. Yeah, it's just kind of concerning with, there's not that much, to me, safety factor on that opening on the culvert now. I do notice some sinkholes that happened, and you guys got filled in again, but I mean, to me, it looks like there's water getting pushed through underneath the road and eroding part of the road there. If, I think this is a bad habit to have a 3-foot beaver dam blocking this culvert. This should not be we shouldn't be used to this, basically, because if we let this happen and we get a several-inch rainstorm and another log gets placed on that, I see that road getting in jeopardy of washing out. We had 1 inch of rain several weeks ago and it raised the level 4 inches. So if that's just only a 1-inch storm. How soon are the beavers going to be caught? Do you know?
That depends on the beaver. There's nothing you can do about, telling the beaver to go into the trap. Just being funny, but we've tried to get this taken care of last fall. And this has been a whole year before this has all come to a head here. And we had a meeting about it. There was talk about putting a deceiver in there. There was talk about, getting the beavers out of there. And we had a little resistance from the select board when we wanted to trap the beavers last fall and get rid of the dam then. That dam's been there since last fall. That's why the beavers are active. This is beaver season. And you have to get the permits all in place because we started this before beaver season. So you have to have a permit before beaver season, then you have to have a permit for a specific trap as well. So it's all a process, Lenny. And we've been watching it and we're concerned about it too. And we've been trying to keep an eye on it, and we have patched the holes, the sinkholes and stuff. Those have been there for years. And there's a couple of trees now that are in jeopardy, big trees, that I'm going to have to either take down or, we have a hearing about it or something. There's a couple of big trees that need to come down. If the water stays up high like that, they're going to come down on their own. And I don't like to take the trees down there because the roots hold the system. They hold up the banking and it's a protection for the road to have the trees there, but these are huge trees. If they do come down, it's going to hurt someone.
Totally.
One of my concerns is if, I know this has been a long time in the making, but with, the winter coming up, the dam's getting to a point where it is presenting a danger, and then we're gonna have spring. If we get a lot of snow, we're gonna have a lot more than that inch of runoff. And I just don't want to, for the road being swept away, there's a huge public safety concern of mine. And I've looked at it, it is getting substantial.
Yeah, if there is no beaver dam there, I'd say there's 0% chance that road can get washed away. I mean,
Which has been the case before.
yeah, and now you look at it, it's just like, hey, there is a chance if we turn a blind eye to it for like a long weekend and it's a huge rainstorm and the beavers drop a log in front of that, I see the water going over the road. And like I said, 1 inch of rain needed to go up 4 inches. I think this is, yeah, I just don't know. I mean, do you foresee the beavers being trapped in 2 weeks and in 2 weeks they can rip the dam out?
We don't know. We don't know. It all depends on the trapper and how good he is, and that's just, I mean, he's been hired already to do it, and he's got his traps in there. So the process is going through. Just waiting to hear from him. It's all set to take the dam down. And then it depends on the Conservation Commission as to how they want that dam taken down. It's all a process. I would love to take the dam down right now because I agree with you. I think it is a safety hazard. I think it is a problem. One of those trees goes down, it will take the culvert out. There's a big pine tree leaning right at the culvert. So it's up to the decision-making process as to whether or not somebody wants us to just go ahead and remove the dam without the beavers being removed, or however you guys want to do it, we'll get the process going. But you know, that's just where we're at. The permits have all been signed, the beaver trappers in there. The process has started and it's just a matter of waiting to see when it's okay to take that dam down. And I have to go through the Conservation Commission to get that down. She said that she would um, issue an emergency order as soon as she hears from me. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to hear from. I was on the phone with him the other day. We've been emailing. So we're just you know, it's a process. I would love to take the dam right out of there myself, but I'm just trying to go by the due process. That's all. Hands are tied on that one.
If this dam is up when that water starts freezing, then we'll start undermining the stonework on that side of the road. That's just, yeah, we're gonna, it just looks kind of, it'd be nice to know a time frame exactly when this will get removed. So that's all I've kind of want.
Yeah.
Apparently it's getting more
I-
difficult to know about it, but.
Dave just caught us up. We hadn't had a meeting since the last time we talked about it. So, thank you, Dave, for that. It sounds like it's waiting for the beaver to go into a trap. And unlike most animals, you can bait it with food. Beavers aren't that food motivated.
Yeah.
They have plenty of their own. We're not gonna go.
Just put a tree in the trap.
Right.
Tree.
The culvert.
So there's a little bit of element of waiting for the beaver behavior
Yeah.
to catch up with the.
How long has the traps been up?
They've been up for over a week now.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, if we consider this an emergency, I could talk to the Conservation Commission and the guy down at the lake. But as if you don't take the beavers out of there, they're gonna build that dam overnight. I mean, they're quick builders. Last fall, we did it 3 times a week. While waiting to find out what we're gonna do about this. We were down there, I had the guys in the water, you know, they're risking getting sick from the beavers being down in there. So that was my hugest concern, was that these guys are gonna get sick from the beavers. And they were down there once a week, and then as soon as trapping season started, we were down there 3 times a week taking them sticks out of there. And once they mud it up, it's a dam. And you know, we had permission to take it down back then. I don't know why we couldn't have done something during the summer about the beavers, made a decision ahead of time. I mean, this is all stuff that could have been done for over a year now. So it's just that we need to come up with better decisions quicker. And I asked about a beaver deceiver. I've asked Beaver Solutions, who the town hires every year to take care of the other beaver deceivers we have around town. We have an issue at Baker Pond. That pipe's not big enough. The water's not going through fast enough. That pond, when we get an inch of rain, that pond comes right up. I remember we had a 3-inch rain and the pond went right over the edge and it took out part of the stone culvert that was there on the road. And I remember we had to rebuild that. So yeah, beavers are a problem in town. And this is probably one of the biggest issues we have is Fish Brook. And, you know, it's all about the camp being able to get their kayaks and their boats through a culvert. And to me, it shouldn't be that way. It should be, the road needs to be protected before recreation. So this is just a thought. I mean, we are the emergency management team. If you feel it's an emergency to get rid of that dam, I'll talk to, well, actually, we have someone from the Board of Health here. We can talk to somebody from the Conservation Commission, get the beaver dam out of there. But what's going to happen is it's too cold to get in that water to take down the dam. And I've got Matt sitting by ready to go with his excavator with the clam to take the sticks out of there. And that's basically the only way you're going to be able to get it out of there, unless you get down in that water with a wetsuit and, you know, protect yourself from hypothermia. And this, I mean, this has gone on too long. And now we're in the cold season. Now we're in a tough situation here.
Yeah.
That's where we're at because of the fact that we couldn't have taken care of this sooner.
so when do we need to get a permit to remove a beaver dam? And when can we just take a stick off the water when it's, say the beavers move in and just overnight they add like a couple sticks and they raise the level like 4 inches? Do you need a permit to move that?
So that's the question for the Concom. I believe we need a permit, emergency permit to do any of that stuff.
I think so.
That's what the Concom, yeah. You can only trap a beaver between now and April 1st. Other than that, you can't trap beavers.
And the Board of
So
Health,
there's all, oh, go ahead.
and the Board of Health already issued the emergency order for the trapping, and that should still be current, if I'm remembering correctly. So I think it's just the Conservation Commission now for the removal.
Yeah, this seems like too slow of a process for something that could be really bad.
Seems like we have to stay on it early as Dave suggests, early. It's,
Yeah.
more, with more, what's the word, conviction. Earlier in the season, earlier in the whole process.
We also don't have, hunting of beavers. Populations grow, because they have multiples. of
Yeah. Oh, there's probably 1,000 of them upstream. Yeah, they're, I mean, within a quarter mile, I mean, I could look at Google Earth and do a measurement, but I bet you within a quarter mile, there's probably 50 families probably up there.
Yeah, and each time they have a family, it's 5 or 6.
Yeah, and then they got the rest of the litter getting kicked out to go downstream. So. Yeah, they're problematic, and this is, I mean, I kind of think the select board, should make some decisions, so hopefully this doesn't become an issue and have us talking about a 3-foot beaver dam almost blocking the culvert. This should,
Time on the select board, we've talked about many beavers.
yeah. I was just on the, one of the, MVP plan I was going over with, Andrea from FERCog today. And on I think it was written in like 2016 or something, that was basically the same issue, beavers at the lake. At the culvert at the lake. So
I have a feeling it's gonna be an ongoing issue, no matter
I
what.
think I think this is gonna be just kind of like brushing our teeth, I think. We're gonna have to deal with the beavers on a weekly basis, I think. But I think
It's brush meat comes a week.
so, that's a lot of most of my teeth.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, this is gonna be a, we're gonna have to keep on this, so it doesn't get like this in the future. I don't know how to do it, but this is gonna be really bad if that road washes away.
I mean, one thing you could do, and I don't know if this is something that other towns have, is you could have a beaver policy. As soon as you see one popping up and building a dam, you trap it. Right? Yes, and ultimately, that's always where it ends up.
Yeah.
Right? So do you start off that?
Yeah,
Start
what-
earlier process.
also, I mean, if you constantly destroy their dam, they might give up and leave. Is that possibility?
They're very persistent. on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, think of from the animal point of view, that's the perfect place.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a concrete structure to build against.
Yeah.
Right, or any place, even the bakery, when they start, so the thing they do is, and they're very persistent because they work at night.
Yeah.
Not always in the daytime,
There's a beach.
right?
That's good.
So, no, it's,
Yeah,
they're
so,
nature's engineers, so we have to outwit them.
yeah, looks like we might be losing Dave.
We did.
You're not losing, just my camera.
Okay, yep.
I shut it off, turn it back on.
So, all right, so do we feel pretty confident that it'll get ripped out before ice appears, starts forming?
Let's hope he goes in that track, or she,
Yeah,
they,
because to me, I think I think we can't just wait for them to be trapped if ice is gonna start forming. Because like I said, ice is gonna start pushing on them.
it'll leave them.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, we should keep this on the select board agenda. It would seem to me that's the next step. Right now, stay on. Updated, that kind of thing.
yeah, you gotta think of, I mean, maybe you guys don't go down that road, but like all of everybody in Wendell goes, uses that road. How's Leverett PD gotta get into Wendell? It's, yeah. So it's not only affecting just our local residents at the lake. It's affecting the whole town of Wendell if that goes out, so. We also.
Eric, I think that's a good suggestion that we just check in at our,
Right.
at our meeting, sort of where things stand. So if we could get a report back from you, Lenny, about what the status is, that would be good to see whether or not any further action needs to be taken by the select board.
Okay.
I'll find out.
Yeah.
Good.
It can come through Amy too. She can
All right.
be the one that updates us.
Yeah. I think we've talked about beavers enough, I guess. So any reports or concerns of any other boards or committees? In the process of having the fire department, we're switching over to NEARS for fire reporting. So that's kind of a big changeover, so it's kind of difficult for me, but we'll get it figured
What was
out.
it before? Just-
It was MFRS and FRS. So this is kind of a different, it's a whole different setup. So I have to learn that.
And why do we have to make that switch? Because that's how they do it now.
That's gonna, yeah, that's how they do it, kind of do it. It's- The old reporting was basically based in like 90s. Windows based, so right now everything's cloud based, so it's yeah, so, yeah, that's just about it for on the fire department side.
Lenny,
So-
can you just fill us in what kind of support was provided to the town of Amherst for the fire on Olympia Drive?
We were never called, so
really?
I got to sleep through the night. Yeah, after they did the third alarm, they got the statewide mobilization team. So they had crews coming from all over the state rather than just deplete the area. So that's why you saw like Southbridge and Spencer and other departments from out east come to Amherst instead of utilize every town in one area just for one scene. So that's basically what happened. So yeah, we were never told. I'm kind of surprised, but it is what it is.
Oh, we're also in a different county too, so that we have something.
Yeah, we were on the 800 radios from Franklin County. They're run by the state police and Amherst uses VHF. So it's, you got a little bit of a, there's a little bit of there, but it is what it is. So.
Yeah, that seems peculiar. I don't know, because the superintendent mentioned it, I mean, not the superintendent, the town manager mentioned it, Melissa, the other day at the, yeah, at the four-town regional meeting.
So Saturday morning when it was, the fire was still smoldering. We met at the school for the normal business stuff and Paul had mentioned it.
But you see the other times I could do it, the bar.
Yeah, Montague never got toned, Wendell never got toned, so I don't. Yeah, I could call them up and ask them, but they're probably still pretty busy right now, so. I
Yeah.
don't really have anything else to add on that.
And do we have a pumper truck? Would we have been able to bring water down there?
Yeah, we have two engines, yes.
Huh, because it seemed like the water pressure was such an issue for them.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, all of their hydrants feed off of their municipal water system. So that they were, it was being
Drawing
diverted.
down so much water.
Yeah, it was being diverted to that, so the pressure would have dropped significantly because.
Yeah,
yeah,
You
a
know,
lot of
if I
hydrants. A lot of hydrants, I can't speak for every town, but think of Orange. It's pretty custom. If they have a ladder truck hooked up to one of their hydrants, they have to start thinking of pulling water out of the canal. So pretty much the whole hydrant system can kind of support one ladder and one engine. Any more than that, at least in Orange, they, were on their second alarm just to provide water on their canal. So, as for Amherst, I don't know exactly what they're doing. I listened there and I haven't talked to them, so.
Yeah.
The nearest large water source to that is must be Atkins, but.
Because at Atkins, though, the shore's further away because it's pretty low. I don't know if our hard suction can get down there anymore. right now. So I don't know where the nearest spot where you can actually draft out of the river in Amherst too big. Or stream. I know they were being filled up at UMass and then just driving back up the hill. So they were still using hydrants down at UMass to go up to the
Yeah.
hill, but. I don't know, possibly, or they could have been going over to Hadley and using Hadley's hydrants, because that's a different system. But like I said, I haven't really talked to them officially about this, so I don't know.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Just curious.
Yeah. So. All right, next meeting, do you want to try to do a month from now?
Yeah, because we're heading into winter and we
Yeah.
want to discuss winter things.
Do you want to do like the beginning of December on a Monday? I know you don't like Mondays, but almost everybody else liked it, so,
Money, this is cool. If it gets out early, I'm okay with it.
yeah.
I know this my other thing.
Okay, what are you doing in December?
I mean, it's 5:30 as early as we can schedule this, but I know. It's down.
So my Mondays are open right now.
Yeah. Yeah, to come back, or I think he's usually on shift then, so
Yeah.
he should be fine. Should we try to schedule something for like November, December 1st at 5:30?
Can it be at 5? Is that cool?
What about 5 for people? Is 5 o'clock okay? I see a thumbs up, I
Yeah,
think thumbs
I
up.
can work 5. I can work 5.
Yeah, if it can be at 5, that's
Okay.
helpful to me. Thanks a lot.
That's only like a couple of weeks away. Do you think you want to
Wanna
do the
do-
8th? The
Want to do
8th?
the 8th?
Yeah.
Okay.
A good point, Rita.
I was figuring, okay, yeah.
We can have a holiday party at the same time.
Hey, there you go. We can have a Christmas or, oh, sorry, not Christmas. Maybe we're in that back.
5 o'clock on the 8th.
Holiday emergency management meeting. So 5 o'clock, we said.
Yep.
5 p.m.
Excellent.
Stick this in here.
All right.
If you need me to take notes, I could just do it.
Okay.
So at the office.
You'd be able to, do it, okay. Yeah, Leslie might be able to help you with this.
I'll keep it posted.
Okay. Awesome. Hey, I appreciate
Okay.
you. All
Awesome.
right, so I guess we can close out the meeting. Anything
I'll
else?
make a motion to adjourn.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. All those in favor?
Bye.
Stalker,
Carol, I.
Okay.
Simonson, I.
Dave,
Dave, Brennan.
make these on the, there we go. We're good.
Awesome. All right.
6:15, good job.
Good night, everybody.
right?
Thank you. And meeting.